Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. Cash Michaels, you were part of a press conference that released an audio tape of Dr. Martin Luther King speaking in Rocky Mount in 1962. That speech was reportedly the first time King used the I have a dream language in a speech, because it became legendary following his speech, of course, in Washington. What does this signify so far as North Carolina's role in the civil rights movement?
Well, first of all, we're very proud of the fact that through the hard work and scholarship of Professor Jason Miller of North Carolina State University, that tape was found in a public library of all places in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And that after he had it professionally enhanced, that we were able to hear that speech today.
It's still difficult to hear.
Well, but still, it's clear enough to know that is Dr. King, and that it was Rocky Mount, and he clearly gave birth to the refrain, I have a dream, there, and localized it to Rocky Mount. So we have that now in history, and as we come up now on the 52nd anniversary of the March on Washington, we now know where that was born. I think in terms of North Carolina's position in civil rights, we've always been underrated. We've been given credit for
Greensboro
sit in the Greensboro Four, the fact that in 1960, shortly after the birth of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee at Shaw University in Raleigh, so much more in North Carolina happened as far as the civil rights struggle is concerned. Dr. King came to the state many times. You can document his visiting Greensboro, visiting Durham. He went to Rocky Mount twice. He was scheduled to be in Wilmington, North Carolina on April the 4th, 1968, when he was assassinated. We had so many dynamic leaders here like Floyd McKissick and others who were part of the civil rights struggle. Indeed, McKissick had his home there in Warren County, where the civil rights leadership from across the country would come and stay and the like. Of course, we had the Wilmington 10 here as well. I think this enhances North Carolina's position in civil rights history as well it should be.
Well, this is fascinating history. Can we look to see somebody producing a documentary or a book perhaps about this?
Gee, I wonder who. I know. Yes,
I'm serious about that. I think it's fascinating.
Again, Professor Jason Miller, who over at NC State has written a book called Origins of the Dream, which traces the until now unknown intellectual relationship between Dr. Martin Luther King and American poet Langston Hughes, and the fact that Dr. King had borrowed many of the dream imagery for his speeches from Langston Hughes' poetry. Documentarian and our director, Rebecca Cerise, is one of our co-producers. She'll be producing the documentary on this called Origin of the Dream. I'm one of the co-producers of this as well, and so we're working feverishly on putting this film out, and we think that we've uncovered correspondence. We've covered situations where both men actually traveled together, clearly communicated with each other, and uncovering this, we're doing so for a new generation, so that they can understand that the message of Dr. King and Langston Hughes and others of that era, of the 1960s, is something that lasts even till today, as far as bringing the world together, as far as having people of all backgrounds working together. Indeed, the production team of this documentary, Rebecca Cerise, a white woman, Professor Miller, a white man, myself, a black man, and others who are working with us, we are Dr. King's dream.
Well, it's fascinating history, and it's a deep history in North Carolina, and I look forward to seeing it and learning more about it. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.